All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is a project we're working on now. Got these tractor 3-point arms. This here is an original length and everything. Somebody welded a new end on this one years ago, and they did a absolutely horrible job. Did not get it the same length as this. These balls here have been welded around, keeping them from falling out. These here are, as you see, wore out as well. So we're going to put new ends on these bars. This is off an old International tractor, so it's not like you can just buy replacement arms for it. So you pretty much have to build them. But as you see, I've got them the same length here. And I'm looking, I don't know why in the world they made that longer like that, but anyway, that's why we're working on it here. But they did a horrible job, whoever did that. As you see, they welded it there, cut the arm off, welded it there, and then I don't know what they had going on there, but anyway, this belongs to my dad. This is on his tractor, and he started trying to cut this stuff off with a grinder, and he don't have the proper tools to do this. So anyway, that's what we're going to be working on. I'm going to cut all this stuff off of here and use this original for a guide to get the length and everything right. And I measured, I think we got about a 15-degree angle here on these, and the way the factory ones are, come out straight and then tilt down, but the way these are, the tilt's going to have to start back up there, kind of to make it work out right. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get a set up, going to take a torch, I guess, and cut this plate off to start with, and I'll see if I can cut this off with a bandsaw so I have a cleaner cut, if I can. That'll work. Like I say, we'll do the worst one first, get it fixed up, and then we'll do the other one that's not quite as bad. cut that off like that so I could go ahead and get it out of the way. And I'm probably gonna have to, I don't know if that'll come loose beating on it with a hammer. I may have to wash a little bit more of that out of there. Try to wash a little bit more of that weld off there with the torch. That way I don't have so much grinding to do. All right, I got that washed off with the torch. I'm gonna let this cool off. This whole bar is pretty warm. I went ahead, tidied this up a little bit with a torch on that edge, let it cool off, and then I will take a grinder and clean this up and get it so that our new end here will be able to butt up there. As you see, this new end is wider, narrower than the actual bar, but I should be able to make that work anyway and get it on there sufficiently, taper it down, weld it, and grind it, and all that good stuff. Alright guys, so I've got this laid up here on the other arm here, and I've got a piece of TIG rod separating the gap. I beveled it and everything on both sides, as you can see. Got some washers stacked up under here to get my angle right. That seems to be about the right angle, at least hopefully. Maybe just a touch more than it needs, I'm not exactly sure. It's about 15 degrees, what the other ones were. But I'm a little bit worried because where the bend is, it may not need to be quite that much. But anyway, I've got it set up pretty well like I wanted, I think. And so I'm gonna try to get a tack on it and go from there. All right guys, so I'm gonna try to tack this with a TIG torch to keep it from moving. If I go to trying to use the dual shield flux core that I have over there, it's probably gonna move it out of the way when the wire stabs it, and then I'll have to restart. So I'm gonna try to tack it with a TIG torch, and I might even try to tack it with no filler rod. Guess I better turn the gas on first before I get that. to have some filler rod. I don't really have enough amps either. I'm only running this on 110 volt, which only go to 130 amps. I gotta get that. All right. Now then, I fire up the big machine with a dual shield flux core and weld that sucker on there. Just to make sure that angle is going to work right there. It looks pretty good. Pretty close. right, guys, that's what she's looking like right there so far. I'm going to let that cool off, and then I'll touch it up with a grinder just a little bit. But it don't look too bad compared to the mess that they had on there. And that should be sufficient. So now we'll just have to do that 3 more times, and I'm gonna have to change out my wire on my welder over there. I done run out of wire on that roll, so I'll have to get that done, and then we'll be ready to start on the next one. Got a new blade in the bandsaw now. Maybe this thing can cut a little better. I take it that's hardened steel. The bandsaw will not cut it, and that was a brand new blade. Wish I had a plasma cutter. I need to buy one of these days. No shortage of stuff I need to buy. Just a shortage of money on what to buy with. I'm gonna let that cool off, and then I will come back out and grind that and get the other one lined up. All right, guys, well, this is the finished product we got here. As you can see what they look like. Knock that stuff off over there. This was the first one I did here that was had the plate welded on it here. But they come out pretty good, look like. I'll spray a little bit of primer on them. I don't have any paint. Spray a little primer on them just to keep them from rusting there, and you ought to be pretty happy about that, I believe. One last shot right there after I put the primer on there to wrap the video up.